So now that I got this tool post, which looks to be like a great fit, I got the right size. I'm very excited about this. The BXA model. I don't know if you call it a nut, or it'd be kind of like a T-nut. This is like a T-nut blank, I'm assuming. Obviously will not fit. So you can see on the camera the two scribed lines. I'm going to take it to the saw and cut it on those scribed lines, and then I'll put it in the mill and mill the T-slots in it. Okay, well, I got the block in here and lined up to the, you can't really see, but if I set it down there, the blade sitting on the scribe lines, and I put this little bolt in there to keep the jaw from going crooked, but now I just gotta cut it, and then we can start the milling. Well, here goes nothing. I don't know if you can tell on video, but see how it's getting all powdery back there? This must be like a cast iron of some sort. Man, this bandsaw's handy. There we go. Well, got her out of the saw there. Gotta clean up some burrs, and I'll, just for my own kicks and giggles, square it up in the mill, and then we'll cut some T-slots. So I didn't plan on buying this mill because I needed a T-nut or needed to make it parts for the lathe. But man, I am impressed with that sucker. And it just worked out so great with the price and everything. And now that I have the tool post for the lathe, and it needs parts made, and now I'm able to make them. It's great. So I just took the mill and milled out some T-slots, and now we can test it and see how it fits. I gave it a little clearance there. It's about 20 grand. Nah, 10 grand, I think. So, there. Right on. Oh, and George is up there. Say hi, George. What are you doing?
Bored.
Yeah, you bored? You swinging on the crane?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't scare me. Hey, freaking me out, dude. Freaking me out. Anyways, that's probably it for now. Alright, YouTube. This is George and I's idea on moving the lathe over here into position. It works. It's slow going though. Especially my muscle over there is a little bit slower than it if I was doing it. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, as you guys know, I sold the little bridge or South Bend lathe. Didn't really want to, but I benefited pretty good from that. Made enough money to purchase a new variable frequency drive for the lathe with a speed control on it. And then I bought a new 3-phase motor for the lathe at 220 volts instead of 480. And I purchased that little mill. So let me show you what I got going on here. Alright, YouTube. Well, as you guys know, who's been following along, I used to have a 9-inch South Bend lathe here, and I recently sold it. And I took the profit I made off that machine and was able to purchase this BXA quick change tool post. I can't remember if I made a video on it or not, but if I have not uploaded a video on it, I will upload it. And that was awesome. It's I think good upgrade for any machine. Came with the quick change tool post and a bunch of holders. With that in money, I also purchased a variable frequency drive for this lathe with a speed controller. Now, the reason I needed a speed controller is I also purchased a 220 volt, 3-phase, 2 horsepower electric motor. Now, the reason why I bought that is it had the exact same running RPM as the motor in this lathe. So the downfall is that one's a single speed, and in order to get all of my gears out of here, I needed a speed controller. So that one is, let's call it 12, just for ease, it's 1200 RPMs running RPM. Well, to get the bottom end, because this was a 2-speed electric motor, I needed to drop that down to 600 RPMs. So what I can do is have it 100% for running the top RPMs, and then where I'd have the second speed is drop it down to 50%. So that's my plan anyways. I also had this 4-jaw chuck sitting in here. I got out of the dumpster from work. Perfectly good chuck, we just didn't use it. It's a really wide chuck, but the benefit to that is it's a 4-jaw independent, but then it's also got a scroll in the back, so they all 4 work at the same time like a 3-jaw, which is great for tubing and pipe and all of that. You can put it in dial 1 and then just, you know, open your chuck jaws, and you don't have to keep dialing in every time you want to move a part. So anyways, I got that, got the motor, got this, and obviously with the rest of the money I bought the mill, which again isn't like my dream mill, but it's awesome for in here for what I'm going to use for now. And so I got that going, and then this surface grinder is complete and finished. I need to clean it up. I sprayed some degreaser on it and let it set, and it needs to be sprayed one more time and washed down. But everything is functioning as it should. I made this handle. I welded it all in here because it was broken. It still broke there, but I didn't want to fabricate all of that, so welded it up, put the handle on, got the chuck on, dialed in, true. I made a little splash guard, if you will, and it just catches the sparks from blowing everywhere. And got the rack all on, and so that's pretty much done. I'm gonna wire it in here. I got the box here to go there, and then I'll run the conduit down for now to this machine and to that variable frequency drive. I'm gonna run them both off one VFD. The problem with that is you can only run one machine at a time, and that's all right for right now. But if I ever wanted another machine and, you know, be able to run 2 at one time, you really should have one VFD per machine, and that will be the plan when I buy a mill eventually. But that's not in the cards at the moment, and so for now I'll just run the wires over to here with the VFD, which is fine. But I got a lot of stuff. I need to wrap these projects up, and got to wrap that up, clean the shop, because I got a lot of other projects to start working on logging equipment again, which is what I really want to be doing. So I got a bunch of wire and just a bunch of other wire sitting over here. Don't mind the cups and stuff in the way, but a bunch of other electrical wiring, because hopefully here I'm going to be posting a video on rewiring the 220 Savage, and also pulling the head on that, getting the head rebuilt, and getting that sucker ready to haul some, or to, you know, load some log trucks. So anyways, that's just a quick update on what I got going on, and like I said, cleaning out the shop and just ready to start wrapping up some projects so that I can actually start working on some projects. So anyways, I believe it's Sunday the 31st, so I'm gonna wrap this up, make some hamburgers for dinner, and that way I can get up early tomorrow and start hauling some logs. But stay safe out there, guys. Have fun.